What's going on, everybody? This is MattDoesFitness, and the other day I came across a Justin Bieber concert ticket nailed to a tree, so I took it. Never know when you might need a nail. Okay, this is my deadlift highlights from week 2 of my 4th cycle, and as you may have gathered from my rather dramatic video title, I need to change things up, and here you're going to see why. So, what I'm doing here, pretty terribly, is a single at 230 kilos, 507 pounds. Now, deadlifts have just felt a bit crap recently. Basically, I've changed back to conventional, which I thought was going to help. At the moment, I'm just not feeling very good. So, I feel like I need to change something up in my programming, specifically with my deadlifts. Now, I deadlift once a week, and I think that's fine. I think the issue I have is what I'm actually physically doing in my sessions. Now, I thought I would have a go at doing some singles. So in this session, I thought, or my plan was to do some singles at 507 pounds. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that region. In the end, I managed one. I did one, it felt crap, so I thought there's no point trying to grind out another couple. I'll do something different. So in the end, I dropped the weight right down to 441 pounds, which is 200 kilos, and I did some deficit work. Now, this actually felt reasonably good because I ordinarily do deficit work at the end of my session, whereas here I was relatively fresh, so it felt fairly decent. That said, I did feel pretty crap in general, as I've obviously been back kind of on my heavy regular schedule this week, and so I'm pretty sore and feeling pretty fatigued in general. That said, these deficits did feel solid. I did sets of 3. I did 4 sets of 3 at this weight, just focusing on trying to be really tight at the bottom and just maintain that kind of intra-abdominal pressure and just push through at the end. I feel like with my regular deadlifts, I'm not consistent in the way that I'm setting up at the bottom. I think sometimes I try and get really kind of psyched up before I lift it, and in doing so I get a bit sloppy with my setup. So I'm trying to get a balance between obviously getting G'd up enough that I'm going to lift well, but not so much that it's going to prevent me from, you know, getting a good kind of setup at the bottom. Now, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of putting it out there basically. What do you think I should do? This is effectively a cry for help. Please help me. What should I be doing with my deadlifts? I don't know whether I should be doing, like I said, singles. I've read a lot about people doing literally almost entirely singles. I know there's stuff like there's an Ed Cohen routine that's going around at the moment. There's different kind of deadlift programs going around. I would like to know what you personally recommend. Also, that was awkward. You might have seen it there. Basically, my belt would not undo after that set. I actually had to go and lie down to undo my belt, which was, pretty embarrassing. It's the first time it's ever happened. I actually had a little bit of panic for a second, but luckily I managed to solve the belt issue. Now, what I did after the 4 sets of 3 was I got rid of the deficit and just did 1 set regular. Just mainly out of interest, I think. And actually, it was quite interesting because it felt pretty good. I mean, I got 5 reps here, and the first few in particular felt really fast. So there's maybe something I do, perhaps do some deficit sets and then do regular sets afterwards. But we will see. Like I said, please, if you know any really successful deadlift programs, let me know and I'll gladly give them a shot. Also, another kind of side note, my hand is in freaking pieces. The last deadlift session I did, I found that every time I was dropping the bar, where it was kind of vibrating against my hand, I got a massive bruise in my hand, and it was still hurting me here, which meant that after the first couple of sets, I was essentially just dropping the bar between reps because it was too painful to lower it down, which means I'm going to have to wear one of those giant foam hands with the big finger sticking up that people wear at baseball matches. Anyway, accessory work wise, I just did some wide grip chin ups, as you saw, 3 sets of 14, 12, 10, something like that. Then I did some T-bar rows in the corner, more upright than I had planned, but I just felt pretty depressed and sore at this point. Deadlifts really wound me up, to be fair. I don't like it when things don't go to plan, as you may have gathered by now. I wanted to go in there and do singles. It didn't work. So although the work I did was reasonable, I was frustrated. But there we go. I did 3 sets of 12 reps with the T-bar rows, and then I finished with some old school alternate dumbbell arm curls with a little bit of supination in there. 3 sets of, I think, 10 down to about 6, relatively heavy. And that was my session, and they were my deadlifts. So, like I said, feel free to help in the comment section below. It will be much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.